Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Good Screen podcast. My name is Russell.
My name is Lauren.
And, this should be 50.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 50.
Wow.
I kind of want to say this is 49.5. I don't want this one to be our 50th episode. I don't want this to be our 50th episode.
Why?
It'll be episode 50.
But you don't want it to be episode 50?
But I don't want it to be episode. It'll be 49.5.
What do you want episode 50 to be?
Something a little more special. I don't know. We are back with another episode of The Good Screen. We watched some movies.
Yep.
We enjoyed other things.
Yep.
And we are here to talk about that with you guys. It is late. I'm sleepy.
I just got home from work.
You're lively.
I had a good day at work.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And let's just get right into it. Lauren, what have you been enjoying on The Good Screen?
I have been enjoying the second season of this anime/light novel series, although I've never read any of the light novels. But the second season of it started coming out a while ago, but I wanted to wait for some episodes to pile up.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Mushoku Tensei. It's an isekai of... It's like your pretty standard isekai story where like a 30-year-old Japanese man that was bullied for his whole life gets hit by a bus when he's trying to save a student from getting hit by the bus. And he gets reincarnated into a new world. But the one thing that I do really, really like about this, I really like the world building. I really like the storytelling methods that they use. And I really like it. The anime literally starts with him being born, and like you see him growing up.
That isn't that's a pretty common for this kind of anime. You know that, right?
I don't care. But you get to see every single step. With other ones, it's like I was born and now we're gonna skip to when I'm like 20.
Yeah.
Or whatever. This is like the whole way. There's a lot of really good world building. I really like it. The animation is fantastic. It's like none of it looks like cheap.
Okay.
It's really good. Our friend JJ is also watching it.
He was on the podcast.
Yeah, he was on the podcast a long time ago. We talked for like 2 hours and I was really tired the whole time. I remember nothing in that conversation except I was really tired.
I had a good time when he came on.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so you're watching that.
Yeah, I'm watching that. I don't think I've been doing anything else really.
So much time has gone by since we recorded. Like, there's probably...
I haven't watched more of Outlander, but now that I found out something that happens, I do want to watch more of Outlander.
Oh, yeah, Will told us something crazy.
Will told us something crazy about Outlander, so I think I might keep watching Outlander when I need something to watch while folding laundry.
When you need some smut.
I guess. I've been watching Pamu.
Yeah?
I like to watch her when I get home sometimes. I'll put on her most recent VOD.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for my Pamu figure, because then it'll be life-sized.
Right. Who's Pamu for the audience? You might be confusing some people.
Pamu Rainpuff is a VTuber on YouTube for the VTuber agency Niji Sanji, their English branch.
Okay.
I love her so much.
What do you think about VTubers right now? Like, do you think that their like height is kind of over?
I think there's a big market for it.
You think it's oversaturated at this point?
I think it's getting a little oversaturated.
Just a little.
Well, I think that it's a fun thing for someone to do like as a hobby, right? But
yeah,
maybe
it's fine to do
their career choice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess some people have done it.
Yeah.
A very limited few. I think it's like the most recent iteration of like making it big as a YouTuber.
Right.
Now you make it big as a VTuber. That's now the next thing.
I can't believe that in a span of 10 years.
Right?
10 years. Anime has gone from like dunk your head in the toilet in high school to viable career option.
Literally, you can be an anime girl as a career. You can be
an anime girl. I could be an anime girl.
I want to be an anime girl for my career.
And
fuck kids.
I think it's like when it started getting, I don't want to sound like I liked it before it was popular. I actually didn't like it before it was popular. Remember?
Yeah, a girl told you it was stupid and you stopped liking it.
Anime was stupid in high school, and I was like,
Do you want to know the magic of my childhood? I didn't have any friends, so no one told me it was stupid.
You also grew up in the time where like it was slowly becoming like
It was still really
normal.
cringy though.
Yeah.
It was still cringy, but I didn't have friends, so no one could tell me it was dumb.
like
And I watched like shoujo anime, and one of my because my first anime that I credit, other than like Pokemon and Naruto, because those don't really count.
they count.
I mean, I guess they count, but I was watching like the ones that they had on like 4Kids or whatever.
That still counts.
I guess. But anyway, so the first anime that I like discovered and like watched in Japanese was called Shugochara.
Uh-huh.
And I also watched one called
Tokyo Mew Mew.
No, I never got into Tokyo Mew Mew. It was called Poyo Poyo Kansatsu Niki.
Okay.
It's about this big
What does that mean in English?
It's about this big fat cat named Poyo.
Wow.
And I will forever remember the theme song for it. Do you want to see what Poyo looks like?
No, I'm good.
He's just a round
I can
orange
imagine.
cat.
Anyways, it's weird seeing like how, like when I was just a little over 10 years ago, like in high school, like it was like, don't talk about it if you like it, whatever. And then Attack on Titan came out, and like everyone started talking about it, and it became less cringy because it started to be a little more cool. And
I guess.
I mean, when I was in high school, we had like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and Bleach. One Piece wasn't really popular at the time because we had those 4Kids dubs, and everyone thought it was silly.
Yeah.
And like for kids, but it actually turned out to be like the most longevity out of all those shows, and it's still on now.
I mean, Naruto is technically still going with Boruto.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've heard Boruto is really good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm at the point where I'm like, I know what I like, and I'm just gonna watch those things now.
Me too.
Like every anime recently just devolves into like, oh, you know, I found the panties, or like
You're just saying that
boobs.
because that's happened in mine.
Yeah, and it feels like it happens like way too much. Like, I'm not saying like it's a bad thing or anything. Like it's funny, but like so many of them like fall in the same tropes, and you don't get like. I mean, I guess it's always been a thing, but like I like when something comes around that's like actually interesting, like moves things forward, and we really haven't had anything like that since like Attack on Titan, I guess.
Demon Slayer.
Is that really pushing things
My
forward?
Hero Academia.
Is that really pushing Naruto with superheroes? Is that really pushing things forward?
I think so.
Okay.
It's the next. It's Gen Alpha's Naruto.
True, man. Gen Alphas, not Gen Zs.
I'm technically working with Gen Zs, but the ones that are like being born now, those are Gen Alphas.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, they'll have their own thing.
Yeah. Right now, Gen Z, it's like My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Hatsune Miku is still very relevant. More relevant than ever, one might say.
Yeah.
There are 2 kids that I work with I know specifically love Hatsune Miku. Yeah. Sanrio characters, if those count.
Yeah, it's all very super popular now.
Yeah.
Like, just look at Hot Topic 10 years ago
Versus
and then
now,
today.
yeah.
Like, it used to be the
They're
goth
like 2 different
store,
stores.
and now it's the pink anime store.
Now it's like the band shirts are just back in the corner.
Yeah, they're
in
like
the way back
in
of
the
store.
corner of shame.
The whole front is like Invader Zim and My Melody.
Yeah.
And Twilight.
So what I'm trying to say is everyone should watch Macross.
Oh.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's not my flavor.
But the guy goes, Macross. And that's the theme song. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
It's about a ship, like a ship that's so big that it like has a city and like a town, and like everyone from Earth just lives in it, and then like there's an alien race that like tries to fuck everybody up every episode, and they fail, and there's idols in space and stuff. Everything that we have today in anime can be traced back to Macross.
That's crazy.
Or yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting to see like how far we've come in terms of like social acceptance of it. Mm-hmm. But I do think VTubers, like for me, going back to VTubers, for me it's like I'll still watch them occasionally, but it's not any of the new ones.
No,
Like I kind of chose my.
Yeah, I haven't watched anyone from like the newest Hololive generation.
It just gets to be too much. Like
it's a lot.
They made them so that it's like, oh, okay, these people won't be around for very long, but everyone's sticking around.
Yeah.
Nobody's quitting or graduating, as they call
Yeah.
it. So it's interesting. Some of them have very, normal, like comfortable streams put on in the background, and the other half of them are just screaming and making bad noises.
Yeah. Lewd tubers.
Lewd tubers. And
yeah. Pamu is someone I like to put in the background. She's funny.
She's on the middle.
Yeah, she does have like the VTuber girl voice.
Yeah.
I also debatably have the VTuber girl voice.
I wouldn't say so.
You don't think so?
No. No, I would have thrown myself out the window by now if that was the case.
Well, Pamu is different enough. I think she's genuinely really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I enjoy watching her streams.
That's good.
Yeah. Anyways, what have you been enjoying on the good screen?
I've been enjoying many things.
Such as?
I'm just going to talk about one thing, though. A few weeks ago, I talked about Trinity Trigger on the last episode.
Triggered.
Yeah. And I really like that game.
Yeah, yeah.
And it gets to be a lot. Not a lot, but like, there's a point in the game where it's like, hey, you unlock the third character, you can do 3-player co-op. And then it starts throwing like weird shit at you in dungeons where like the AI companions just bump into, and like it becomes a lot to manage. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll play this again when I have 2 people with me.
Yeah.
Which might not be ever, but so I put that down for now, but I did really like that. And the other game I got was Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life.
We've actually had it for a while.
We've had it for a while. Well, no.
We had it since it came out.
No, I just bought it.
What?
Yeah, I just bought it like a month ago.
I thought it only came out a month ago.
It's been out since May.
What the
Came
fuck?
out right after Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, and I completely just...
Oh my god, time's gone by so fast.
Right? It's a crazy year.
What?
It's... Shh. It's a...
Stop.
What?
Stop it from going.
Hey, it only gets worse the older you get.
Stop.
So...
This year's gone by so fast. I realized the other day I've been working where I work for like
6 months?
8 months.
8 months. Really? March?
7 months. February.
You started February. Oh, February. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so so I've had it for about a month, and I just had it on the shelf.
God.
And I played the game before. I played the GameCube version of Story of Seasons, which was Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life.
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago.
And
15 years ago.
this is a great remake of it. They added so many things that make the game better. There's a health meter or a stamina meter, if you want to call it that. You can see further, so you can see where people are. You can also see where they are in the map by pulling up the map. And
that's nice. I wish Stardew Valley had that.
Yeah, it'll show you like what location some people are in at certain times. They added one new. I think I could be wrong. Maybe she was available in the original, but from the original, I believe there's only 3 love interests per gender. In this one, you don't have to be any particular gender to get any of the love interests, so it's a little more modern. Not progressive, maybe a little more modern day.
Yeah.
And so I'll randomly get like the guy events, and I'll just be like, hey dude, very cool. and there's definitely right and wrong answers to everyone, and like you just don't buy them gifts and you won't get anything further than the first 1 or 2.
You don't want Dante to fall in love with the sweet embrace of a man?
No, maybe not this time. So, but they also added one new, not new, but like they changed the character to make her the 4th love interest, and that's Illumina, the girl who plays the piano.
I think you should go after her.
I am. I got up to the 3-heart cutscene with her, and I heard her confessing her love to me to Ramona.
OMG. Ramona Flowers?
No, Ramona's the old lady that her great aunt who lives in the mansion with her.
Oh, okay.
She likes to do art, and she likes playing the piano.
Wow.
And she lives in a mansion that has a butler.
That's nice. I wish I lived there.
And there's something along the lines of, and I took a screenshot of it, but I'm not going to pull it up right now.
I mean, you could put it just in the podcast.
I'll probably put it in the podcast if I feel like editing anything into it.
Yeah.
But there's a part where she talks about like a painting that she likes and how it makes her feel warm inside, and my answer to it was something like a warm baked potato. So I really like that they added some flair to the romance stories and everything.
Yeah.
They made farming a little easier too. They tell you what season things are good in. They didn't tell you that in the first one. They just like occasionally, if you were talking to someone, they'd be like, "Yep, you better harvest your strawberries." So yeah, I'm really liking what they did with it. I like that. Oh yeah, basically I just think they did a really good job with it, and I'm probably gonna play at least a year of it before I go on to something else.
Okay.
Because I don't think I've ever played more than a year of the game. So that's what I've been enjoying on the good screen. Did I tell you that I was thinking about starting a monthly podcast? Not for this.
About what?
About like a book club.
Oh.
But I had to get like people together for it.
I don't know how to read.
You don't know how to read. I don't care. Well, it's not that I don't care that if you're not on it, but like I'm trying to figure out who would be interested in it.
Who reads? Will reads.
I think Will reads.
Why don't you and what party do a little book club?
Once a month, I think would be okay. But I was brainstorming like name ideas for it, and I think.
Would you read the whole book each month? Or...
I think that would be the goal. We wouldn't read like Game of Thrones
why is that
or
sitting
like
there?
Because we have 2 copies of it.
That's because I bought you a copy.
Yeah, well,
I don't remember.
I'm donating one of them.
Why did I buy you a copy?
I don't know. I think he wanted me to read it, and I was like
when we first started dating.
Yeah, and I was like,
I sent Russell a copy.
I've read.
Game of Thrones.
First of all, I've read this book before, or at least up to like here before.
Never read the whole thing,
and it's dense.
Yeah, I've read the wikis. I don't need to read
shorter books, or maybe if we're like really challenging ourselves, something a little longer.
Like a chapter book?
Yes, we'd be reading chapter books.
Holy shit.
Maybe we'll read like fan fiction.
That'd be good.
That'd be cool, yeah. So I'd have to talk to Will, but I've been thinking about doing that just because I'm reading a little more, so like that does cut into the good screen time. But man, am I sleeping better when I read before I go to bed.
That's
so
good.
I would recommend everyone read.
You know, good few of the kids at work read before they go to bed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They should always do that.
It's like at least 2 of them that do it each night.
Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what we got in the beginning.
That's the beginning segment.
So I guess we should start this segment off by saying this week's a little different. This is why I consider this to be like 49.5.
Okay.
Because last time we finished recording, I asked Lauren if she wanted to watch movies independently this week.
Like 2 different movies.
Like 2 different movies. I'd watch a movie and she would watch a movie.
Yeah.
And then we would watch a movie together. Well, we never got around to watching a movie together because we were so busy. I totally forgot
we were going to do that one.
Yeah. Honestly, I wish we did that other than some other things.
Do you know what I wish we watched?
Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
What?
Remember Me.
No, Lauren.
Why not?
Because it's not funny. It's not funny. No, we're not doing that. We're not watching Remember Me and releasing it on or around 9/11.
I never said it was funny.
It's not good. But you're laughing. So we decided that we were going to watch 2 movies independently. Technically, Lauren did watch a new movie that came out this year.
Yes, I did.
But I watched a movie that came out in 88.
I forgot what you even watched.
I watched Tampopo.
Oh, yeah.
Tampopo or Tampopo? Because Tampopo. It came out in 85. It came out in 1985. I watched something older.
My mom was 10.
My mom was
16.
And Lauren watched something newer. What do you watch, Lauren?
I watched Knock at the Cabin.
Cool. We almost saw that in the theaters.
We almost went and saw it in theaters, and now it's free on Amazon Prime.
Cool. Ninja Turtles came out on whatever a day after we saw it too.
Yeah, that was upsetting.
That was
It
hilarious.
was on like Disney Plus or something. That's upsetting. HBO, one of them.
So who wants to? Do you want to go first, or should I go first? Old and then new.
All right, I was gonna do rock.
You're gonna
paper,
do rock
scissors.
paper scissors.
You didn't want to do that.
All right. So let me tell you about this movie, Lauren. I got this on a whim. Let me give you the backstory.
Isn't it a Criterion movie?
It is a Criterion Collection movie. Last November, they do like a bi-yearly Criterion sale at Barnes & Noble, where you get like half off Criterion Collection movies. But they're always expensive, but they come with so many features.
Yeah.
And like extra bonus materials and stuff that they're really worth it. But they're only really, really worth it when they're half off.
Yeah.
So I got 3 of them. I haven't watched any of them but one, which is
now,
yes. Which is Tampopo.
You touched my thing.
So this is not an anime. This is a Japanese movie. It's a Japanese film.
Okay.
It has nothing to do. They don't mention it. It's a Japanese film.
Okay.
It's
real people.
Real people.
Okay.
Real Japan. Talking. Real the in Japan. And
Naruhodo.
And it is a real treat. I'll be honest with you. It was a really, really, maybe, to hype it up, one of the best movies I've ever watched. Like, period.
Period.
Like,
wow.
100%. Like, I was glued the whole time. Oh. So, the reason that I got it was because it described itself as a ramen western instead of a spaghetti western. And I was like, what the fuck? So I bought it.
I love that.
And I watched it by myself, of course. I got some ramen that night.
Did
that was
you?
Before my diet. So
Where'd
I got
you get
some
ramen?
The grocery store.
Oh, I thought you like got
No,
ramen
I didn't get
out.
good ramen. Yeah. I got like dollar ramen.
Now I want ramen.
And so the whole plot of the movie, there's an A plot and there's like a B, C, D, E, F, G plot in the background, which I'm just going to read. I wanted to make sure I had all my things together. Mm-hmm. So I read the Wikipedia article before you came home. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to read you the paragraph that is all the B plots.
Okay.
Because it sounds insane when they put it all together.
So, was this based on a book of some sort or some sort of manga? I said maybe the B plots were like side chapters?
No. I think this is all like an original concept. Let me double check really quickly.
Fact checking.
It doesn't mention anything in like the summary that it's based on so and so. This is a flat out like movie. This is cinema.
Okay.
So the movie revolves around a woman. Her name is Tampopo, which means dandelion.
Okay, that's cute.
And she owns the shittiest ramen shop in the world. And
wait, is this like the bear?
No.
Oh.
No, this is like the bear. No. So remember how once or twice we talked about how there's only 2 kinds of stories. It's either a person goes on an adventure, or a strange man comes to town.
Yeah.
This movie is about a man coming to town. A strange man coming to town.
So is mine.
Huh. And I'm sure they both end in very different ways.
I hope so.
So it starts with like people in a movie theater and like kind of like a, hey, you're watching this movie thing.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And it starts with these 2 people, delivery drivers, who are coming into this town, and I think their truck breaks down or something like that.
Yeah.
And one of them's name is Goro. He's like the main character. And the other guy's name is Gun.
Gun?
His name is Gun.
Gun.
And they they have to stop in this town. They're really hungry.
Me
and
too.
They love ramen. They love ramen. And they pick apart this fight of these schoolboys, and they're like, let's go in and eat some ramen. That was weird. Yeah. So they go inside, and it plays out. This is where I was like, oh, this is why they consider it a Western movie, because it plays out like it's a bar in like a saloon in a Western. And Goro and Gun are sipping on the ramen, and they're like, this probably isn't great. They make it like a look. And then the one guy at the bar is like, hey, you should sell this place. This place sucks. You should sell this place.
Just like another person?
Yeah,
altogether?
Just like another dude, like Yakuza looking dude.
Wow.
Like really tough guy.
Oi!
No. Well, yes. So.
Yeah. So
Goro flicks the Naruto thing at him across the bar. And
that's a
Western
star?
thing. Like the little star thing.
Shikurin?
No, like the little thing in the ramen. The Naruto.
Oh, the Naruto.
No,
I thought
like
you meant
Naruto.
like the bladed star,
No,
like a throwing star.
No. He throws the food.
I thought there was a throwing star in his ramen.
He throws the fish cake thing.
Okay, he throws
in the ramen.
The Naruto.
At the guy.
Okay.
And they go outside to fight, and he gets the shit beat out of him. And so Tampopo houses him for the evening, and she makes them both breakfast. And they both go, wow, your ramen really like sucked.
But her breakfast was good?
But the breakfast was good.
Okay.
And she's a widow, and she has a son.
Okay.
And she's like, yeah, my ramen sucks, and I just can't never get it right. And I think like Gun is like, oh well, Goro, he's an expert with ramen. I don't even think he says something like that. Like it just makes it. He just makes it. Goro is so cool that he just makes it look like he's an expert in ramen.
Wow.
So they're about to leave in their truck, and she like begs him to stay to teach him how to make good ramen.
Yeah.
So the whole movie is just like little bits and pieces of them like going to the other ramen shops in town and basically like picking apart what other places do better and making their own thing. There's an interesting part of the movie where, and I'll get to the B plot stuff later, but basically every act is divided by the B plot stuff. I almost want to say it's like every time the sun goes down.
Like every day.
Like every day of this adventure, there's like, it cuts away to a few side stories, and they're all very equally have nothing to do with the main story, but they keep you really like focused. One of them is throughout the whole movie. All the other ones are like just one-off things, but
kind of like in Seinfeld.
like in Seinfeld. Some of them, yes. Some of them could be right out of Seinfeld episodes, but it just goes through like the whole. There's a memorable part of the movie where she has a nightmare about her broth not being good, and Goro's like, "Oh, don't worry, I know a guy," and he takes her to like this homeless compound in the middle of the forest.
Oh
and
no!
There's this dude, but here's the thing. Slowly as the movie goes on, as a Western would do, they get a band of people together.
Oh, there's like a party.
No, like a party, I guess. But like they get their,
Yeah. A rally.
A rally of people to help with the ramen shop.
Oh.
They even go back to the guy who beat the shit out of Goro with his buddies.
Yeah.
And they have like a real fight together under a bridge. It's a very cool part of the movie.
Oh.
And then even he helps out.
Oh.
Because turns out he was like a
Is
childhood friend of her.
Like One Piece? It's like a One Piece?
No, it's not like One Piece. Lauren, this is a movie for regular people. This is a live action, played in probably limited release theater in America.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with any anime. Get your head out of the gutter. I'll dunk your face in the toilet. Maybe we need more of that.
You want to bully me?
I'll bully you out of anime.
You already bully me.
Yeah, I do. So, but like the whole movie is just like very like optimistic and like, yeah, we'll get this done for you. You're gonna have the best ramen shop, and like I think there's a documentary included with the Criterion movie, and I want to see like what the themes are of the movie, but like on my own perspective, I think it's just like togetherness and how food can bring people together. Now it could be like, oh, this is actually a metaphor for corporate America or something like that, or corporate Japan, I guess. But I don't think it's that evil.
Corporate Japan stuff is usually pretty dark.
Yeah, it's usually pretty dark, but like I think it's just like a bright, optimistic movie that everyone should watch. Everyone should watch this movie.
Okay.
Like this is God screen.
Okay.
I just made up a new thing.
God screen.
God screen. However, and I was watching this movie, and I'm about to talk about the B plot of the movie.
Okay.
I was watching this movie, and I was like, man, my mom would really like this. And then suddenly, something happened in the movie where I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I didn't text my mom to watch this movie because I'd have to take it back.
Oh.
So, and it's the last thing they talk about. And so I'm just going to read the sentence of the minor scenes, as Wikipedia calls it, or the B plot of the movie.
Okay.
As I mentioned before, occasionally it'll like cut away.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna spoil the end of the movie or anything. I'm just gonna say like, I hope the beginning, the setup of the movie inspires somebody, one of my 4 listeners, our 4 listeners, to watch this movie, because it's good. And the B plot of the movie, I will spoil that because I think it's just interesting to mention.
Okay, go ahead.
Throughout the film, and this is from Wikipedia, I'm totally just reading this off of Wikipedia. Throughout the film, other minor scenes of other characters are featured. A group of business executives visit a French restaurant, but have no idea how to order, and are upstaged by a surprisingly worldly subordinate.
The Kohai spoke French or something?
Like the intern, basically. Yeah. A woman's etiquette class on how to eat spaghetti silently in the European manner abruptly changes course on observing a white man slurping his noodles.
That's just ironic.
And these are like back to back. These first 3 are back to back.
Yeah, that one sounds cute. A
supermarket clerk catches an aged woman obsessed with squeezing food.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
That was exhilarating.
That's amazing.
And there's like one consistent one that every time it breaks to the B plot, like it goes back to, and that's at the very end of this explanation I'm doing. A con man uses an elaborate meal to lure a victim into an investment scam. The victim is himself a thief, but is so taken by the meal that he fails to leave with the con man's wallet before being arrested. A housewife rises from her deathbed to cook one last meal for her family, who mournfully eat to memorialize her.
I hope you do that for me.
A man and his... All right, this is the one that continues throughout.
Okay.
No, not the dead woman, or the woman who's about to die.
Okay.
All right, this is the one that I was like, I'm so glad I did not tell my mom to watch this movie.
Okay.
A man and his lover explore erotic ways to use food. The man is ultimately... I'm not gonna spoil that part. I'm not gonna spoil what happens to the man at the end, because this one like plays out throughout the movie.
Do they use like eggplants and carrots and stuff?
Lemons and
where do you put the lemon?
Other citrus fruits and
I don't want that in my vagina.
honey and all sorts of
stuff.
stuff.
Honey is like Tell's time.
I honestly I was like, whoa.
Don't bring a bottle of honey into our bedroom.
No, I would never do that. But it was very bizarre.
Okay. Do they show penis and vagina?
They show boobies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, bye.
And that part, if you can get past that part of the movie...
So all the B plots are like kind of about
food. right? And I think it's about like what food can do to people.
Yeah.
I think that's what the movie is about in general, but like how it brings people together or how
everyone's
it brings
experiences
like
with it.
the community or the experience with it or the feeling of it, where like the woman squishing the food or the man pouring sweetened condensed milk over his lover's body.
Whoa!
Or something like that.
That sounds crazy. That sounds like a good way to get a tummy ache.
That does.
And like ruin your vagina's pH.
Oh, they share a raw egg together.
Ugh.
Yeah. Like they mouth to mouth it. Ugh. And then the yolk like drips out of her mouth.
Ew!
Yeah.
Ew!
It was a new form of intimacy.
Eggs. I don't ever want to have that kind of intimacy with you, Russell.
I don't either. But
I don't even like.
Yeah.
Ew.
And the coolest part of the movie to me was the fact that they have like a special sound effect that plays whenever anyone slurps up a noodle. It doesn't sound like that. It sounds like a whistle going whoop.
Oh, don't you have one of those whistles?
Yeah, but
Somewhere.
not like that. It a sound I've never heard before in my life. It definitely isn't real. They added it in post.
Well, yes.
But it's such a nice effect. So
which of the B plots was your favorite?
My favorite was probably the one with the woman who was dying.
That just sounds funny.
It was sad. It was
sad.
Really sad. It was like the man was like, make us dinner, and she like gets up from her deathbed. Like the coroner's there the whole time, and she makes like fried rice.
Oh no.
And they all start eating it, and then she just like smiles, and then she falls over. It's so sad. But it was so bizarre. Like that was the one like that was like in the middle of the movie. Along with the businessman conning out the guy. Yeah. But a very good movie. I'm not going to spoil like the end of the actual movie or the end of the sexy time food dude, because that's just so dramatic. And
it's the end that he likes being pegged with the eggplant?
No.
Oh.
No. It's just so tragic how it ends for him.
Does his penis become a vegetable?
It ends. He's clothed when his story ends. So let's just say that.
Does he die?
I'm not gonna say what the ending of his story is. I will say when I looked this up on Wikipedia, Roger Ebert, the movie guy, the 2 thumbs up guy, he gave it 4 out of 4 stars.
Oh wow!
So he saw this movie and he was like,
guess that means it's good.
Very sexy egg swapping.
Ew.
And he gave it 4 out of 4 stars. Yeah, just like that. That's how it sounded. It was actually silent. With music in the background, of course. I would say if it didn't have those parts, I would say show this movie to your family. It'll teach them about humanity. Maybe it still would.
Maybe if you have a different family than Russell's.
Yeah, yeah. So
maybe she would still like it. Just don't watch it with her.
No, I'm not going to watch it with my mom.
Okay.
That'd be weird.
Well, yeah, duh. Tell her to watch it on her own.
So, anyways. Tampopo. Tampopo. Very good movie. If you like westerns, if you like older Japanese films. Drop my phone.
Oops.
I'd recommend seeing it. It's on the Criterion Collection channel. So you don't even have to buy it.
Oh,
I think.
nice.
I'm gonna watch the documentary and report back on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something really funny?
What?
I was just looking down at my Mac, and you know how on the bottom there's like on the bottom right, like all the things you had open recently.
Yeah.
One of them is my pictures I've had open recently, and it's the tiniest little picture preview of that picture of John on Ben and Lila's TV stand.
That's funny.
I just saw it, and I just saved the picture as John. So
wow.
Yeah, I saw that, and it made me giggle a little.
Okay. All right. Well, that's about all I had to say about my movie.
Okay.
How are we on time, by the way? I'm just wondering.
That's a good question. 45 minutes?
Really? Holy shit. I need to shut the fuck up. All right, Lauren. Well, you saw a movie too.
Yeah, I watched a movie called Knock at the Cabin. And like straight off the bat, I thought it was called Knock at the Cabin Door.
Yeah, you kept saying that.
You kept saying that. Yeah, I had a Mandela moment there.
Is it Berenstain or Berenstain?
Steen.
But it says stain. You just
so does your butthole.
Ew. All right, so go on.
So this movie came out this year in January.
Right.
Okay,
no.
I'm gonna go through my notes, I guess, as I explain the plot.
You watched this movie a few weeks ago.
I did. That's why I pulled up the wiki so I could refresh myself on the plot a little bit. Okay, so the plot basically is there are some like flashbacks and like flash forwards that happen throughout the movie.
Okay.
But so the basic plot is
a strange man comes to town.
A strange man comes to town, and that strange man's Dave Bautista.
Okay. I forgot he's in the movie.
Right?
Yeah.
It was the best part.
A strange man comes to town, and it's Dave Bautista. Okay. This is an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
This is an M. Night Shyamalan movie. It is. It's probably one of the better ones I've watched this year.
Famous from this area.
Is he from Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
That makes so much sense because this movie was set in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
A lot. I won't
Where
say.
in Pennsylvania is Shimmer from? Shimmer is from.
He's from like the Philly area, like Chester County, I want to say.
He was born in India and raised in Penn Valley, which is near Wynnewood.
Wynwood?
Oh, we're not too far from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a local. The pagoda in Reading, that was in the Avatar movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot he did that.
Yeah,
that makes so much sense.
In the Avatar movie.
I remember learning that not too long before I moved here, and I was like, oh. That makes sense.
It was why Avatar: The Last Airbender, the shitty live action.
Yes.
It was why people went to go see it here.
Oh, to go see the pagoda?
Like, everyone knew the movie was bad, but, like, everyone in our area still went to go see that movie because naturally. The pagoda was in it.
The pagoda's in it.
The pagoda was visible outside the movie theater.
That's crazy.
So, wild, right?
That's wild.
Of course, like, there was CG around it, and it wasn't, like,
of course.
the Mount Penn or anything, so now you know that.
Yeah, now you know.
M. Night is a local legend.
Yeah, he lives like an hour away from here, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, so the plot of this movie is there is this family renting a cabin in the woods for, like, a vacation.
Yeah.
And the family consists of a set of dads and their adopted daughter.
Okay.
And so they...
Why is she adopted? Why is she adopted, Lauren?
Because in China, they can only have boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they adopted her from a Chinese orphanage.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
There was like a B plot. I think so, yes.
Oh.
I don't think it is officially still a thing, but it still happens.
Okay, keep going.
Whoa. Like, did you know in Hong Kong you can't have like gender scans? Because then you would have an abortion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched like a video about that once. That's in Hong Kong, at least. I can't speak for mainland China. Like all of China. But yeah, you can't do gender scans anymore because too many people were finding out it was a girl and aborting it.
That's messed up.
Yeah, so that's why there's orphanages full of girls.
No wonder we have a population problem.
There's too many people, Russell.
You know, we're gonna hit the possible maximum in like the next 40 years.
Fuck.
And then it'll be like a steep decline after
Then we're
that.
just gonna go extinct.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that day. I won't be there to see it, but I'll be laughing.
Well, there's too many people.
There's too many people.
All right.
Anyways,
go on.
So, and like they're like a day or two into their vacation at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And
Are they having fun? Did they have fun on vacation?
Yes, they were having a great time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're in like some of like the flashback-ish scenes. It showed them like when they drove onto like the cabin property for the first time, and they went jumping in the lake, and she was collecting grasshoppers and stuff.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. So basically the daughter, her name is Wen, is out catching grasshoppers.
Who? When?
Shut the fuck up. And all of a sudden Dave Bautista walks up.
He just walks up to her.
Yes.
Does he do a
Quite
Batista
literally.
bomb?
No.
Horrible
He does
movie.
not do that. So he walks up to the little girl and is like, "Little girl, I'm your friend.
No.
I'm gonna catch these grasshoppers with you, and we're gonna be friends. And then I have work to do." And then she just went along with it.
Okay. She didn't scream or anything?
Well, because she said, "I'm not allowed to talk to strangers," and he like, "Then let's not be strangers."
Oh, okay.
And so then
Classic Predator.
Then she starts getting weird vibes from him, and starts seeing like the other people walking up.
Oh, there's more people.
It's 4 in total.
Oh.
And so then she runs back to where her dads are and tells her dads, which one of the dads was the dude from Mindslayer.
What?
Mindhunter. He plays the
I
character.
thought you were like playing a joke on me, like, mine's slaying. I hardly know her.
Mind slaying these nuts?
Yeah,
No.
like that.
No.
Okay.
He was in Mindhunter.
Okay.
So, there's so much in this movie.
Just
So
do the setup like I did, and then like
Yeah.
just kind of
yeah, so they
trail
go,
off.
and then they are like pounding at the door, and the dads are like, "No, you're not coming in here." And then they come in anyways, and they like tie them up into chairs, and they explain that like, "You are a chosen family. We don't know why you're a chosen family, and we don't know why we're chosen, but we all started getting these dreams of the apocalypse at the same time." And we had dreams of this place, and so we met up just now at this place, and now we have to do this job given to us by the universe.
Oh.
And they're like, "What kind of fucking crack were you smoking out in those woods?"
Yeah.
And
Did he say that?
I don't know. I don't remember. Something to that effect, probably. And
Did they say like where in Pennsylvania they were exactly?
No, they didn't.
They're probably in Potter County.
I don't even know her.
Potter?
So then the dads are like, "You are full of shit. Like, you guys are part of a weird cult. Go
Yeah.
get help."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "You're being given a choice right now. The choice is one of you has to kill the other one of you. You can't kill yourself. One of you has to kill the other as a sacrifice, and the whole world will be spared."
What?
And they're like, "No, you're insane, actually."
So they don't do that. Oh no.
So then they're like, "No, we're not going to do that." And they're like, "Okay." And so then, also Rupert Grint's in this movie.
Oh.
Yeah. He plays like a
Is he one of the weirdos?
asshole. Yes.
Oh, great.
And so they're, what is it that they say? It's like, I'm trying to remember what it is specifically. So basically, then they do this thing where like they put a bag over Rupert Grint's head, and Dave Bautista says like, the choice has been made. This is the like something like that. Like, "Oh, you have judged humanity," or something like that.
Okay.
It's something like that. And then he just fucking like, cuts into him with a big axe and kills him.
Oh. So.
But everyone's super upset. Like, Dave Bautista was crying.
Yeah.
The other people there were crying, and they were like, "What the fuck? Why would you have him kill him?" And so, but they're being like super kind to like the dads and to Wen because they're trying to convince them to do this thing. And so basically, as the movie goes on, like more of the characters die until it's like just Dave Bautista.
Of course.
But every time that one of the 4 of them die, they put on the news and they see these awful things happening.
Like things keep getting worse.
Yes.
So most of the movie takes place in the cabin.
Yes.
Oh.
Or like the surrounding woods of the cabin. It doesn't go anywhere else until the very end. And so at first the dads were like, no, you're making this shit up. Like you were checking your watch. Like they've been saying that hurricane was going to hit for days now. Like we already knew about that. But there was basically like this huge like, or it wasn't a hurricane, it was an earthquake or something. Something like that.
Okay.
Like, and like a huge tsunami came.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. But they were like, no, you're obviously putting on like a recorded broadcast. Like either this isn't real or this already happened and you're making this up.
Yeah.
So then as it goes on, like, they keep saying no and the stakes keep getting higher and higher. And, oh no, the first one was a pandemic.
Oh,
That's what the first one was, a pandemic. And they were like, there have been cases of that confirmed all around the world for like a little while
Another
now.
COVID movie.
Kind of.
Do you think he was inspired by COVID?
I'm going to get into the inspirations later.
Oh, okay.
So then the next one was like a tsunami. Mm-hmm. The third one was wildfires or something.
Okay, makes sense.
And then the last one was like the sky falling.
Oh.
Which was... the third one was the sky falling, and then the last one is complete total darkness.
Oh, interesting.
And so the sky falling is like all the satellites falling from orbit, and all the planes just turning off and going into the ground.
Wow.
And that was the scariest part. So, it's not until the third one, and then it's just Dave Bautista left, and like they chase Dave Bautista outside to kill him. And it's like when they're outside, they're seeing like all the stuff actually happening now
because they're outside.
None of them are sick, obviously, and the tsunami was on the west coast. So then they go outside and they see like the scary thunder going on, and planes fucking falling.
So the twist was he only says a twist. So the twist was it was all real.
The twist is that it was all real.
Okay.
And so then they, like Dave Bautista asked them like one more time, like, are you gonna do it? Because if I go, you only have like a few minutes to figure it out. And so, but I forget if either they kill Dave Bautista or if Dave Bautista, I think he like cuts his neck open or something.
Okay.
And then they figure it out. One of the dads dies.
Oh, okay.
It's like they're like fighting over the gun about who's gonna sacrifice themselves. Like they're each volunteering at this point. And so then it's like one of those moments where like you just hear the gun flash, and you don't see who it is until like 60 seconds later. And then all of a sudden, like the sky is blue, the birds are singing.
And everything's fine.
They go get in their car and they find the nearest diner. And just like everyone in Pennsylvania does.
Right, yeah.
And
this guy's definitely local.
The news is on every channel, and there's like a bunch of people in there, and they're all watching the news about all these awful things going on in the world. And all of a sudden, like 20 minutes ago, it stopped. Isn't that crazy?
Wow, weird.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah, that's probably the whole movie.
Yeah, so now I'm going to go through the notes I took.
Okay.
The first one was that I had that Mandela effect moment where I thought it was Knock at the Cabin Door.
Right.
Then I wrote, I wish Dave Bautista was in more movies.
He's in a lot of movies.
I want to see more of them.
I
remember reading like some sort of like thing earlier this year about how Dave Bautista wants to be in a romance movie, but no one's casting
him in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about it even, maybe.
I think we might have. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was Drax.
Yeah, but I want him to look like Dave Bautista. I don't want him to look like a fucking like shark alien man or whatever he is.
You don't like that?
No. I like Dave Bautista.
Yeah. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next thing is, so the daughter, when there's like some sort of scene where she's talking about her school friends.
Right.
And one of her friends' names is Caroline. Do you want to guess what in the Zoomer spelling they spelled it as?
Karolyne.
It's spelled, you got it right, it starts with a K.
Oh.
Kerolein.
Like kerosene.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I said, OMG, the one dad's from Mindhunter.
Okay, you said that already.
Well, I'm reading my notes, okay?
Mind Slayer.
Mindslayer.
Mind Slayer.
Mind Slayer.
Slayer.
Slayer. Then I said Rupert Grint should be in more horror movies. And then that's when I realized they're in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And I thought that was funny.
Took you that long?
And then I put, I'm assuming the prophecy is real, and I'm betting we are meeting some sort of like god or something, or whoever told them this.
Okay. Did that ever happen? No?
No.
Okay.
Well, kind of.
Oh.
And then Rupert Grint died, and I said, oh, bye, Rupert. I said, I made a prediction in the beginning that I felt like the dads still weren't going to believe them in the end, because in the end it ended up being the Mindhunter dad believed them.
Right.
But the other dad didn't.
Did the
like,
Mindhunter
even
dad
up until
die?
the end. The Mindhunter dad's the one who died.
Oh, okay.
I thought that neither of them were going to believe in, but Wen was going to be the one, and Wen was going to kill one of the dads.
Oh, that would have been pretty dark.
Right?
Or one of the dads was going to kill her.
No.
That'd be weird.
I feel like child death like that is literally illegal.
Like, you can't do that?
No, you can't do that. I thought she was going to kill one of the dads.
Have you ever seen The Good Son?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I've seen The Good Screen.
Hey!
Hey! And then for a second, I got onto the maybe it is a conspiracy thing, and they're going to find out that it was all fucked up. But then I was like, no, this isn't a M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Right.
So one of like the plot things in this was that all the four of the characters, because there was Dave Bautista, his character was like a high school coach.
Okay.
There was a woman who was a nurse. There was Redford, who was Leonard was a bartender. That was Dave Bautista, and he also was like a local soccer coach. Redford, who was Rupert Grint. So one of the like B plots that they go into is that because not the Mindhunter dad, but the other dad took like personal like defense courses. What's it called? Self-defense courses. Personal defense. Self-defense courses after he was like hate crimed in a bar.
Okay.
And so Redford is the one who hate crimed him. We come to find out. Because he recognized him at the beginning, but he was like, I can't tell because he has a beard now. And so then it was after Redford was dead, he went and looked in his wallet and he was like, holy shit, it was him.
Yeah.
Like he hate crimed me.
He hate crimed me.
There was a nurse who worked at the hospital that he went to after he was hate crimed.
Oh.
And then there was another character who was this woman who had a son, and they just straight up didn't believe her when she said that she had a son and like didn't want to be doing this and like please just one of you kill the other one so I can go home with my son.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't believe her that she had a son. They're like, you're a liar. Why would you lie about that?
Wow.
And so I don't know what her connection was other than maybe she worked at that diner that they went to later.
Maybe.
Or that Wen's son knew him or something. Or Wen knew him. Knew the son.
Yeah. So it's all people that are kind of connected to them in a weird way. Connected,
yeah.
Huh. What is that?
That's my drawing of Dave Bautista.
That's Dave Bautista?
That's what he looks like in this movie.
Wow. He has the cat mouth and...
No, that's his nose.
That's his nose?
His mouth is down there.
Oh, okay, I
see.
see.
Big hands, because he's like such a broad upper body.
He is very broad, yeah.
And his cute glasses he was wearing.
Yeah, that's right, he was wearing glasses. Okay.
And he was dressed like a youth pastor with like a button-up shirt and jeans.
Yeah.
But it's like the short sleeve button-up shirt, but he's like fucking shredded.
Yeah. Dave Bautista.
Yeah. And then I said...
He was in Dune.
Oh, yeah, he is in Dune.
He's in Dune. He's kind of like very bald and like...
The fucking like long foreskin man in Dune.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one part that was like so freaking cool. So it's when they're trying to hunt down Dave Bautista to kill him. Yeah. And at one point, they like lock Dave Bautista in the bathroom that's there because they're trying to figure out what to do with him.
Okay.
And then, Dave Bautista breaks out. Basically, like there's a window in there. He like unlocks the handcuffs like through brute force alone, and they got out the window. But then they're going in the bathroom, and it's like he sees the window, but like he doesn't see any footprints in the mud outside.
Okay. And
so then he like goes back, and it's like in the shower. He's like about to pull the shower curtain back, but then he shoots into the shower curtain first.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pulls the shower curtain back. But when he shot into the shower curtain, he hit him. He hit Dave Bautista, but Dave Bautista's character like didn't make a sound when he got shot.
Oh. And
then it's when he goes to like finally like pull it open, the Dave Bautista's character like pounces on him.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, that's amazing.
That's scary.
And then the part when the plane started to fall started, and that was like genuinely terrifying. And then at the very end, so the four characters like met up at some point, like all drove there in like one car.
Yeah.
And so earlier, like during a fight, the car that the dads and Wen came in, like one of the tires was shot or something, so they couldn't drive the car. Like as like a getaway car. I'm sure they had like a spare, but you know, they don't have the time to be put on a spare when all this shit's going on.
Right.
So finally they like get the keys, or they don't even get the keys. They go and they find the car like parked down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And the keys are in, like it's unlocked. The keys are sitting like on the console. And as the car is pulling away, I realized it had inspection stickers.
Oh, because it's Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Wow, that was what you were getting at the whole time?
Yeah.
So all this stuff is happening, and then I looked at the car, and it has Pennsylvania registration. Isn't that crazy? The movie set in Pennsylvania has Pennsylvania registration
it's
stickers?
attention to detail, because they can say it's in Pennsylvania, but not everyone knows Pennsylvania's an inspection state.
Listen, when you're Pennsylvanian, you have to represent it.
Yeah. He represented real hard.
Yeah.
I bet that cabin was actually in Pennsylvania too.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm
That's
trying
it?
to think of like any other. Oh. So then at the very end, Mindhunter Dad is talking to non-believer Dad, and is telling him. So like at the beginning, Mindhunter Dad got a concussion. Like he was knocked over at the beginning when they were first breaking into the house, and he got a concussion.
Okay.
And so that was kind of messing with him the whole time, but at the end, and there's also like allusions to like he came from like a religious family.
Oh, okay.
And there's allusions to him having a background like in religion.
So he doesn't want to believe all this stuff happening, culty stuff happening.
He doesn't want to at first, but then at the end he's like, I believe them. Like,
yeah.
There was one point when they were talking and they were doing their ritual thing, and there was like a glint in the mirror, like in the window. There was like a shine, and I saw something in that. Like
so there is like a God or
yes,
weird
but then
thing.
He points out that all four of the intruders represent each of the four horsemen of apocalypse.
I was gonna say the things happening sounded like very Revelation-y, so
yeah, it was very Revelation-y. So hold on, I'm looking
Revelation-y. Revelation Gen Z.
So there's war,
right?
Which was the one who hate crimed.
Okay.
Famine, which is the mom with the son.
Okay.
Death was the nurse. And Dave Bautista was Conquest?
Okay.
Guidance is what he was called in the movie. Yeah. So they're each
a horseman.
They're each a horseman.
So this is kind of like a play on like Christianity.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, our movies sure were different.
Yeah, but they each shared one thing. A
strange
walks
man
into town.
comes to town. That's true. Just one is really good at ramen and the other is
Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista. That man is Dave Bautista. All right, so what would you say? Would you say? It sounds like you really like this movie, Lauren.
It's the better M. Night Shyamalan movie I've seen in the last couple years.
Have you ever seen?
Well, because I saw Old.
You saw Old,
and
you didn't like
stupid.
that. You didn't like Old.
That was stupid. I went and saw it on my own because no one wanted to see it with me, and I was like, I just have to see how stupid this movie is.
Yeah, and it was stupid.
And it was stupid, and I had an awful experience there anyways because I was sitting at a seat like in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And this old couple sat right next to me. And we were the only ones in the whole theater.
You could have moved.
I felt awkward. I felt like, why do I have to be the one to move if you could have sat anywhere else in this theater?
I don't know.
Why'd you have to pick seats next to me?
Don't sit in the middle.
I was like second row down in the middle.
Can I be really honest with you about something, Lauren?
Do you think it's weird that I like to go to movies on my own?
Well, I think that's kind of sad. And you haven't done that since. I almost went to a movie by myself tonight, but we had to do this.
What would you have seen?
The Stop Making Sense 4K IMAX concert film.
Oh.
The Talking Heads concert. But, like, I've seen it.
Okay.
So it was $35 too. I was like, no.
Oh.
I like seeing movies closer to the screen than the back.
I like sitting in the back.
I like going where my field of vision ends. You know?
Maybe we should sit separately.
No, I don't think so. That'd be weird.
You sit in the front, I sit all the way in the back.
Like the time.
I just like sitting in the back. I like seeing the whole thing.
But like you can see the whole thing closer.
I also like sitting so that I'm looking straight and I'm not arched up.
Oh no, I'm not arched up. No. Like
I don't like looking up.
All right, so
like what was that movie we saw? We were like the second row back. I wanted to eat a chip vertically.
What
that
movie
whole time.
was that? Because you got the wrong seats. Remember? You got the wrong seats.
Yeah.
All right, so right
was
now...
that when we saw Bo's Afraid?
No, Bo was Afraid we were not in the second row. We were in the back, and there
What
weren't
did we
many
see?
people there.
True fans out there, tell me which one it was.
Yeah. So, like, the way I look at it is, so pretend like the space between the bookshelves is the screen, right?
Sure.
There's all this stuff in my field of view that isn't the screen. So if I go closer, it's just the screen. So if I stand where you are and I sit there, I don't see the bookshelves anymore. I just see the screen, and it's more immersive. I don't see an exit sign and like curtains.
You just don't look at. Why are you looking at those? Look at
They're in my field of view.
You know what else is in my field of view right now?
Me?
Yes.
All right, Lauren. So you like that movie?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I'd like to. So are we done talking about our movies now?
Yeah. Did you have any questions about me for my movie?
I don't have any questions. You explained everything perfectly.
Yeah.
All right, we have a comment since last time.
Woo!
Like right after, maybe like before we even did the last one, someone commented on an older movie. No, not an older movie, an older episode.
Which episode?
Bo's Afraid.
Oh.
His name is Benny Ford.
Hi, Benny Ford.
He said, in regards to our Bo's Afraid review,
yeah.
He said, you both are meaner to Bo than the characters in the movie are mean to him.
I remember you showing me this.
Yeah, so...
Oh, that was so funny.
I don't know if he's seen the movie, because I definitely did not manipulate him, or like...
No, I didn't make him have sex with a woman and then kill the woman.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. We did tear him a new one in that, but...
Were just talking...
Nothing he wasn't already torn.
Yeah, we were just talking about Bo's Afraid on the Discord.
We were. I forget why.
Skyward posted something that Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, yeah.
She said it was like a bad acid trip.
Yeah, and then he asked if that was accurate, and I was like, I don't do drugs, but I could only imagine.
Yeah. So that's coming up again. I don't know, like, the more I think about that movie, the more I just hate that I actually like spent 3 hours of my life watching it.
Right? I hate that. If I had known it was 3 hours, I would have said fuck no.
Like,
I didn't know it was that long. We need to start looking at runtimes.
Yeah, we do. But like, it created like a rule that's like, if it's something that I'm not 100% sure that I might like, I don't want to see it for the podcast. I
can't even think of the last time I saw a 3 hour long movie in a theater. Oppenheimer, that's 2 hours.
Avatar.
But that's Avatar.
That's Avatar.
I'd watch it if it was 5 hours.
Yeah, me too.
I love that, actually. Give me the 5 hour Avatar.
The 5 hour Avatar cut. It's probably out there.
I don't think that's to exist.
But yeah, so like it like created a new rule for me where it's like, if it's something I don't think I'm gonna find an ounce of joy watching, I'm not gonna watch it for the podcast, because I like to keep the good. It's called the good screen for a reason. So
although having a bad screen every once in a while, I think it gives people a better perspective on what we consider good screens.
Yeah, it can't just be everything.
It also reminds us.
Yeah, it reminds us
not every screening can be a good screening.
Like, we liked 80 for Brady, but we did not like Beau Was Afraid. No. Okay, so that was our comment. Please leave a comment on our YouTube videos.
Yeah.
All right, Lauren, what is your screenless shout out?
Food review. No, that's not my screenless shout out.
That's a screen, yeah.
No, you were kind of talking like that. Okay, I was gonna have it be my guitar.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm constantly on the brink of giving it up, but
you just don't play it enough.
I had a good lesson today, and my teacher gave me a really good pep talk.
That's good.
And also told me that I should go buy a fun pedal if I'm getting bored with practicing, so I could just fuck around with the pedal instead.
And then I told you should just play on the good amp.
No, but he showed me like his fun pedals.
Oh yeah. So my screenless shout out is just reading. I kind of. I alluded to this earlier. Wait, what? Why do you think it's so funny?
I don't know.
What's so funny about me reading?
It's so stupid.
It's stupid?
That's your shout out.
I'm enjoying reading again.
Just the ability to read.
My screenless shout out is reading books. I've been enjoying reading books again. They are nice to do to wind down the day. And it definitely cuts in, like I mentioned before, it's cutting into my good screen time. Other than today, where it really didn't. And I just really like a nice little book. A nice little mass market paperback, or as we call them, bathroom book.
Bathroom book.
Tear that shit open and start reading some pages in the middle of work or whatever. Shh. I won't tell.
Have you read Witch Hat Academia yet?
I've read like half of it.
It's so good.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I've also been reading recently.
You've been reading manga. It doesn't count.
We're getting a divorce.
Yeah.
I've been reading a manga called Witch Hat Atelier. I don't think it's ever gonna get an anime. I think
you don't think so?
I think he's one of those mangakas that doesn't want anime.
Oh.
But it's really good. It's about some witches.
Yeah, I like how they do the spells.
Yeah.
They draw them.
It's a really nice take.
Yeah.
It's a fresh take.
It is a fresh take.
Mm-hmm.
Although it is kind of silly. Like, I think it's really goofy.
It is a little silly.
It's like,
when you think about it too much,
all these
silly.
grand wizards, and they have to draw something to like make. Shit, hold on.
It gets into it more later.
Okay.
About how I'm not going to tell you. It gets into it more later.
Okay. Yeah, I've been reading it, but honestly, like where it is, I have the first volume on my
yeah, it's
desk,
just been sitting there for weeks.
but like it's in a weird spot where like there's always something on top of it, and then I just pick up the other book. Yeah, I could do that.
It's a manga. You can read it in like an hour.
Yeah, well, I've been oddly busy at work.
Mm.
Yeah.
I guess maybe next paycheck I might go get the next one if it's still at Barnes & Noble.
Okay.
When we were there last week, they had like all 10 of them, and I was half tempted to just get all 10.
Oh, wow.
Because I knew I was going to get them all eventually.
Yeah, and they never have those sales anymore.
Well, they did have the sale, but it was for specific ones,
Like
and this one wasn't included.
Yeah. Okay.
But I did use your $5.
Yes.
I
got
also-
another $5 recently.
I used it.
Again?
Yeah.
The second one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you used it when we were in the store together,
Yeah.
and then I got another one, and then you used it again.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm gonna change my card number.
What's your phone number?
I'm gonna take my phone number off of it and be like, someone else is using my
just give
card.
you $10.
I mean, no. Get your own card.
No, you already have it.
It's under my name.
Yeah. I'm your partner.
So, all right. So let me get this straight.
I know your phone number.
I spent all this money at Barnes & Noble, and then you get my rewards. See, this is why I don't like their new reward system. So Barnes & Noble used to have like 10% off everything, and then they would have some things that were 20% off, or they would have like a 20% off weekend. And it was awesome. Like everything you get, Starbucks there, anything was 10% to 20% off. And it was good. And sometimes they would mail you even higher percentages off, and you'd get like a book for half off, literally half off any time of the year you wanted. Now they changed it to like a loyalty program thing where it's like, oh, if you spend X amount of money, you get a $5 coupon.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's like how at Wawa you have spent $50 to get a free fountain drink. And I'm like, no.
You even used my fountain drink at Wawa.
What?
You just do this, don't you?
No! I didn't mean it.
You made me get a fountain drink with my reward.
Well, no, I didn't know. I didn't realize you had to spend so much. I thought it was just every time you get $5 now.
No.
Because the last 3 times we went.
It's every like $50 you spend. And I don't think I spent $50. Like it took me so long to get there too, because
I think maybe because of the manga that I bought. Those were $50.
That was $50?
I got 4 of them.
Wow. Okay. So Lauren is a thief.
I'll just Venmo you $10.
You got to stop doing that. Get your own card. Just get your own card. That's simple to do it. Just sign up online, get your own card, and then you get your own little good boy points.
I don't go as much as you.
It doesn't matter.
We just put it on the same and it stacks up faster.
You just said you're about to buy 5 more volumes of that. That's another $5.
You can have it.
You'll use it.
You can have it.
You will use it.
You can have it.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for the good screen. I don't know if we'll be back. This is putting me over the edge. Lauren's a thief. No. Never trust any women. And I guess that's it. For the next episode, we're not going to do something special. We're just going to go see a movie.
Okay.
We could do 50. I want to do 50 live.
Oh, you know what? I'm taking next Tuesday off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For what? Oh, for your
My
grandparents?
grandparents are coming to town. They're leaving that day, but we can go to a movie that night.
Yeah, we could go see a movie that night.
Yeah.
Okay, cheap.
Cheap night.
Yeah, you'll pay for it because you spent $10 of my money. I just want to.
Our money. We have equal rights now. Remember, it's our
that's
money.
Right. Well, no, technically that was my money.
I spent the $50 for it though.
I
got the reward.
I guess so. But you specific. I remember when you used my first $5. You said, "Oh, I'll just get you another $5 with this."
No, it wasn't until after I said, I apologize.
I should have never verified my email.
I apologized to you. I said, I'm sorry that I used the $5 without thinking about it.
Yeah, and then you said, "Oh, well, don't worry. I spent $50. You'll get another one." And then you spent it.
I'll just go spend $50 more.
Just to be clear with everyone, I'm not mad at Lauren about this. I just think it's funny.
It is very funny.
Lauren will get mad that I eat all the bread that I bought.
No,
then
we have equal rights.
Then she'll go spend all my money. But I'm not eating bread anymore. I haven't etten bread in over a week.
Alright, so then I'm gonna go buy bagels. You're not gonna eat them.
Yeah, I think it's been enough time.
No, because you said that last time.
I think it's actually been enough time. I've looked at that loaf of bread like a lot.
Wow.
All right, so a few things at the end of the podcast, as anyone hasn't cringed their way out of this so far. I want to do our 50th episode live streamed. It would be I'll announce it on a website or on the Discord or whatever.
Okay.
It'll be a week or so from now.
I have the 22nd off.
Okay, we'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. Also, related to live streaming, I'm going to try and stream on Twitch twice a week.
Twice a week?
Twice a week.
Playing what?
I'm going to start with...
What if you did a reading live stream where it's just you
me
sitting
reading
there
a
reading?
book? Like reading fan fiction?
Oh, that'd be good. What if you and Will did live fanfic readings?
That'd be nice. Maybe one of the days of the week will be reading. Because I love to read.
No, imagine like a webcam just looking at you when you're reading.
Oh. No, not like aloud or anything?
You're not even like looking at chat or anything or
Oh.
interacting. You're just sitting there reading.
That'd be pretty good. Like...
Because like I've watched Twitch streams of people just like knitting. And so it's so that you can put it on while you're doing it too. And it's like, it's kind of like a mukbang, but knitting. What if you do that
a mukbang, but not insane.
Not mentally ill.
Yeah.
What if you did mukbang but reading a book together?
Okay. Well, I'll think about that. I was gonna play.
And then you also have one of the funny things going on in the background where it's like 5 hours of silence, but it's interrupted.
A metal pipe hitting the ground.
It's interrupted by a laugh track.
Yeah. And that'd be pretty good. Anyways, I was gonna play Story Seasons.
Okay.
Or Rune Factory 3.
Okay. What are you gonna play? I was gonna say Metal Gear. I meant Cold Steel.
Eventually, but I would not stream that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play either one or the other. So stay tuned for that. That'll be on Wednesday. So it'll be a day after this comes out.
Wednesday, my dudes.
Wednesday night, 7.
Why are you looking at me? I
Yeah,
don't know.
7 o'clock.
I'll be at work.
Wednesdays at 7 and Fridays at 7.
I'll be making these kids do their chores.
Okay, cool. Maybe you can be like, oh, check out this Twitch streamer, guys. No, don't do that.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
That'd be weird.
They already know you as my Minecraft boyfriend.
Yeah, so Wednesdays and Fridays I'm going to try and stream for a little bit and see how it goes.
Yeah, okay.
I think I changed my Twitch channel to Good Screen Gaming.
Okay.
I think I'm going to change it back to my name.
Good screen reading?
Good reading.
Reading?
Do you want to hear my... hold on, I'll wait until after the podcast to tell you my book club podcast name ideas. But I have one idea. And
Is it Reading Pennsylvania?
No. Reading in Reading. That'd be pretty good.
That'd be so good.
Reading reading?
Well, people who don't know it's pronounced Reading, they'd say reading and reading.
Real people know. No.
Emma Shyamalan knows.
Yeah, we'll have him on.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be amazing?
That'd be weird.
I'd tell him Old fucking sucked, but Knock at the Cabin was like peak. It's very hit or miss with him.
His one movie, it was like Twisted or something like that.
I don't know.
I forget the name, but that was amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yes. Twitch streaming Wednesdays and Fridays at 7. And we will see you next time. I forget where I was going with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoa, that got really weird at the end.
Yeah, you Gotta really.
Let me redo that. All right, Lauren. Well, I had a fun time doing the podcast with you.
Now it's
even though I found out that you stole $10 from me.
I didn't steal $10 from you.
I'm just kidding.
No, we're getting a divorce.
All right. Well, next time on the podcast, we'll watch a movie together, and then we'll do it live. And so stay tuned for that.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Do it live.
And,
180.
and so stay tuned for that. 50. We should have been at 50 episodes a long time ago because of how we changed it bi-weekly, but we finally made it to 50.
Slow and steady.
And the good news is we have a potential pathway to Lauren being available in the evening, so we can go back to doing it weekly. Thank God.
Me just changing my shift.
Her shift is going to change potentially.
Maybe not for a little while.
Yeah, but I'm so excited for it. It'll change my life.
It'll also change my life, and I'll have to go back to like waking up at like 4 a.m.
So excited. Me too. I'll do it too.
Are you making eye contact?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you, Lauren.
And then I'll be able to like go to the gym after work like I always want to, but never am able to.
And I'll be able to go to Barnes & Noble with Lauren and tell her not to spend my $5.
We can go to the grocery store.
I mean, yeah, we can do everything
go see
together.
Movies on Tuesday. Life will be back.
Oh my God,
normal.
life will be normal. The podcast will start doing 2 episodes a week again. My
schedule will be fucking hell for a while.
Yeah.
I'm used to going to bed at 2 a.m. now. I'm gonna have to like get melatonin or something so I can go to bed at 8.
Yeah, well, speaking of that, it's time for me to go to bed. So thank you everyone for watching, and have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.